Have you ever wondered why some African tribes like the Maasai use beads for decoration which are made commercially in factories and not traditionally? So here's the thing, the Maasai have always used beads for decoration, and a long time ago they used to make the beads themselves out of mud, but then British colonization came around and commercial beads were introduced to Maasai lifestyles. Commercial beads were pretty affordable, and the traditional way of making beads was actually very time-consuming and very arduous, so that is one reason why they switched to commercial beads, which are made in factories. Also, commercial beads come in a wider range of colors, and the colors are more intense, making jewelry more beautiful, or at least more striking color-wise. And this is not the only change that came about to Maasai clothing after British colonization. Another very clear example is the shukas. So nowadays, most Maasais wear shukas, and this was actually inspired by British textiles, specifically by the Scottish kilt. If you look at the pattern with the squares, you will see the resemblance. And shukas are actually also factory made. The Maasais don't make them themselves. They usually order them to a factory and get them from there. You can see this in other tribes as well. So for example, I visited the Hadzabe tribe recently, which are the last hunter-gatherers of East Africa, and they have very, very little contact with the outside world, but they also use commercial factory-made beads for their own jewelry and for their own decorations, as you can see here. The reality is that there is a lot of nuance when it comes to African cultures, and of course most Africans are very much in touch with the modern world and with capitalism, but even very traditional rural communities that live in very remote regions of Africa, such as the Maasai or the Hadzabe, also have some level of contact with the modern world. If you want to know more about the Maasai, the Hadzabe, and lots of other African cultures that you may have never heard about, I really recommend that you check out my YouTube channel where I talk about all of these things in depth and I post lots of travel content about Africa. My YouTube channel is @Laura Eberstein, and I hope you enjoy.